All right. So you had a couple questions. One was about the quality of the videos. Everything seems fine to me. Like I can hear everything, I can see everything, so all good there. Tips on practice singing and playing. So the only singing, or the way I learned to sing, is just by doing it and trying. Um, I'm trying to think what anything practical I can give. 'Cause my thing was always just try it, try it, try it, try it, try it. Um, I guess something you could do. I think depending on what you're playing, like if you're just doing the chord strumming, is do a simple enough strumming pattern to where you're not really having to think about it anymore. Like simplify the chord strumming as much as you can in order to do the singing, because the singing is going to be the most important part, and then eventually try and just add in a little bit of difficulty when you feel it's necessary. Um, let's see. For like anything that might actually be more riffy, like I remember working on. Oh, screw that up. Yeah, I was like used to practice and play that 1979. I'm not going to be singing right now. I have confidence issues with that. But anyway, that was one thing that took a long time. I felt it took a lot of effort to get comfortable with that. But playing it real slow so I could think about everything that was happening. That would that helped me with that. Other things that I would do, because like I have a list of songs with like chords and lyrics, like kind of a list, folder with different things, and I'll just strum it however really suits, and I'm not worried about it. So depending on how complicated you want to be, is going to determine how practice should be done. But just small pieces. If you can record yourself and listen back to it, that would be good. Practice both parts separately. Get really good at the guitar part by itself. Get really good at the singing by itself. This way, when you put them both together, it'll be a lot easier. So, hopefully that helps. If you want me to expand on anything, just let me know. Yeah, I think that'll about do it. Take this watch off. Apparently this does track steps even though I'm just playing guitar. That is a shame. Alright. Here we go. Let's go over the new picking thing. So basically, because you talked about like feeling or having to change your picking stuff from low strings to high strings, let's cover a bunch of strings here. And we're going to use the A minor pentatonic shape, but just stopping on that note there. So just leaving out that high C note. And each bar is going to be a different rhythm. So these are all rhythms we've done with the chords. I have it notated out two different ways. The top line is what I feel is the easiest way of reading it, like we've talked about before. And then the not so easy way, but it gets rid of all those tied notes when possible. This one has to remain because we're going across that bar line. But same rules apply that we have been doing. If it's a downbeat, we pick down. If it's an upbeat, we do an upstroke or pick up. So here we go. Number 1, 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 4. 1 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 2, 3, 4 and. So you turn this up a little bit. All right, again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 120, 1, 2, 3, 4. And remember, if you need to single out a single bar, just work on one bar at a time, that's fine. You can work on 2 bars at a time, that's fine. Simplify it as much as you need to get familiar with it. 180, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That took an awful lot of concentration. This guy. Let me change the setting here. This to this. So, this is to take the diminished chord practice a bit further. So one thing I learned about diminished chords is it can be used as passing chord. Like going from one chord to the next, bridging the gap. For example, C to D minor there. You have a whole step in between the C and the D note. And when I was learning chord theory, the book said you can play a diminished chord in between to basically bridge the gap. Going from the C to the D minor, we can go C, C sharp diminished, up to the D minor. So that's basically what we're doing here. Now, taking things further, I've found that if we go, like we're going from the E minor to the F major, instead of going up like that, and we got that half step in between, just the E to F. Sorry if I'm rambling. Let me start this part over. So going from E minor to F major, that's a half step apart for the root notes. So the idea of putting a diminished chord in between chords that are a whole step apart for the root notes, it's a bit different. What I found that sounds good is we can go like the E minor, stay on the same root note, change that to a diminished, and then go up to the F. So that's one spot where we do not continue going up one fret at a time or one note at a time as we're doing this little passing chord ascension progression or ascending progression. So anyway, yeah, for the C up to the D minor, we're going to have that diminished chord in between. We go D minor to D sharp diminished to the E minor. Stay on the E note, turn that to an E diminished, go up to the F, and then we're going to go up a half step to F sharp diminished, half step to the G major, half step up to G sharp diminished, and resolve to the A minor. So let's concentrate on just being able to play through this thing first, not worried about speed so much. When things start to feel pretty good with the chord changes, try getting a good solid 60 BPM the whole time, and then maybe start trying to push it a little bit faster from there. Let's see where you get throughout the week. Yeah, the usual, like about 15-20 minutes working on this a day would be fine, or just say 10 to 20, as long as your fingers aren't getting too sore here. But let's play this at the 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try 90 next. 1, 2, 3, 4. And one more at 120. A 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. All right. Any questions come up, let me know, and I will see you again in your new videos.